Hey guys, here's the first installment of Caitlin Belton's awesome vlogs. I'm not gonna lie, this book is what happens when Notre Dame de Paris and Where the Warfarin Grows had a baby and put a kick me sign on it. It is morbidly and dare I say needlessly depressing. I've recently come across a term called misery porn that I think accurately describes I Hadn't Meant to Tell You by Jacqueline Woodson. Jacqueline Woodson is a very popular serial author. You can tell because her name on the title, the cover of the book, is about 100 times bigger than the title of the actual book, which is always really cool. This book won a Coretta Scott King Award, and I kind of get why. It talks about the relationship of an upper middle class black girl in a black suburban with a desperately poor white girl who is considered white trash. Abandoned by her mother, she is left with only her father to navigate the world. Despite the fact that he's a civil rights activist, he tends to be really racist, and it's really super awkward. This is an interesting phenomenon. I think that it is valuable to discuss the hatred of the other that exists even among people who have been antagonized because of their race. But the problem is that he seems cartoonishly hateful towards white people. He's constantly trying to breed distrust and hate into his daughter at every turn, seemingly never questioning why. Eventually, after the poor starving children who just want to take their first bath since their mother died stick around for a while, he accepts their friendship and their place in his daughter's life and an unexplained change of heart. It's kind of sketch. However, this is only scraping the skin of our goopy, bubbling misery stew. Lena, the poor white girl, soon the novel reveals that her father has been molesting her since her mother died of cancer. Lena, the poor white girl, soon in the novel reveals that her father has been molesting her since her mother died. Marie, upper middle class black girl, reacts remarkably authentically, I will say. At first, refusing to believe that Lena had experienced this, reacting violently and accusing Lena of being a liar. Eventually, Marie accepts that her father is telling the truth and the relationship buds into a beautiful friendship flower. That is, as Marie points out, the fulfillment of Martin Luther King's dream himself. Then Lena's father starts molesting her younger sister, and they decide to hit the road and hitchhike to a better place. A place where they'll have all their own little piece of land, just like heaven. Everybody wants a piece of land. Ain't that right, Georgie? You got that right, Lenny. 'Cause that never ends in a tragic backstory with lots of dead mice. It's sad and depressing and awkward, no. Hitchhiking's not a good idea, kids. Tell your friends. But really, we send the little girls hitchhiking. That's the end. Oh, also Marie reflects on the fact that Lena left her just as her mother left her many years ago. So, you got that nice parallelism of depression and horror and agony and sadness and tears, so that's fun. I suppose I can see the worth in giving this book to a kid. It's an engaging, quick read. Kids like misery, and as far as misery porn goes, there are worse and more offensive books to show. I just can't see what value this book would have in a class, other than as a PSA on what to do if this happens to be you. You would probably get away with using it in middle school, but why would you? I firmly believe there are lots of YA lit books that have incredibly complex themes, characters, and ideas. This novel is obviously written for a very specific niche. It's formulaic in the most literal sense of the word. The size of this author's name on the cover is evidence enough. The trend is more important than the book. It is one in a long line of books that deal with heavy material, sugar-coated with maxims about racial equality marketed towards parents and teachers who like teaching their kids hard lessons, and kids who like to watch train wrecks. I'm a strong advocate of YA in the classroom, but I'm not an advocate of pandering. Give kids books they'll like, but give them books that can make them think as well, books that you can say smart things about. If a kid picked this off my shelf, I'd encourage them to read it and form their own opinions. I just don't really think that YA lit should mean lowering the bar for what I consider good literature. Well, thanks for listening. I'll see y'all next time, guys, okay? Mischief managed. See, I'm cute, right?